You are watching Sammy the Interviewing Toucan, brought to you by the Indiana Young Readers Center. Hey there, everybody. I'm Sammy, and I'm here today with Meg DeMakas. Hi, Meg. How are you today?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great. I love your background. You've got, what is that, the city of Chicago?
Yes, it is. I'm pretending like I'm on a boat with Chicago in the background, and I'm from Northwest Indiana, so I could actually be on a boat doing this, but not right now.
No, not now, but that's all right. It's a
Mhm.
beautiful thought. I love, Lake Michigan and water in general. I just think it's great. Um, it's so nice to meet you and talk to you. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and your connection to Indiana? Aside from living up there in the region. Is it called the region?
Yes, that's one of its nicknames. Yes, the
Cool.
region,
So
the
tell
Calumet
me.
region. Well, I was born in Chicago, but I grew up in Northwest Indiana, and I've lived in Indiana most of my life. I'm a teacher. I taught school in Hammond, Gary, Portage, and even New Albany. In fact, I know you call it Albany, and because we moved down there for a while.
That's
And
very far away from the region. That's all the way down on the river.
yeah, and so when we came back, I enrolled my children in this. We moved into the same neighborhood I grew up in Hammond, and they went to the same elementary schools and high school, Gavitt, as I did. And I actually taught at Gavitt and other elementary schools, and I just love Indiana.
Oh, I love Indiana too. That's so great.
I
So,
also like to study about Indiana. When I retired, I developed a charity called Family Folklore, and our mission is to offer learning experiences to people of all ages, and then we share them with the greater public. We give plays, radio plays, and puppet plays about what we learn, and we also are online on our website.
do you have auditions for puppets?
Yes, we do. Not everybody's a good puppet. Do you think you might like to try out
I don't
sometime?
know. We can think about it. So tell me, Meg, tell me a little bit about your writing.
Oh, okay. So my first set of books that I've written, I call them the Tabby Tales series, and they all are about cats. And it started out with, well, my first cat was named Aphrodite, like Aphrodite, only
Mm-hmm.
she had an orange dot on the tip of her nose. And I used her in a book. And then I got a darling black cat named Jebediah, who I will show you right now. Jebediah.
Oh, hey
Yes,
there.
this is the puppet version of him. And I have a book about him joining the circus, him becoming a pirate. Then one time he got lost, and another cat had to go find him. We had a big mystery, and that was called The Big Meow. And then right now I'm finishing a chapter book. They're all on about a third grade level. My chapter book has a cat in it, a black cat, just like this one. So I have
Hmm.
quite a few in that series. And then I have another series I just started, and it's called Biographies for the Young at Heart. And there is a book about Jean Stratton Porter. It's called Queen of the Limberlost.
She's
Yeah.
so great. She was a kind of a naturalist, wasn't she?
Yes, she
Yeah.
was. And I learned about her life story and noticed that there weren't any picture books. So I've illustrated all my books too, so they're all illustrated. And in fact, now someone suggested when I teach over at IU, a course in cultural journalism. I showed them my illustrations. They said, why don't you take a class here in art? I'm like, do you think it would hurt my illustrations? They said, I don't think it would hurt. So I'm working on a degree in fine arts right now.
Oh my gosh, that's so great.
Mhm.
As far as your author journey goes, w- w- you've told us a little bit about where you are now. Where do you hope to be someday?
Well, I understand that there's a big call for biographies for early readers, and so I try to make facts fun for the kids. And so I'm working on a book about the World's Fair of 1933, there were the homes from the city of the century, and they were brought over to Beverly Shores, Indiana, and it's a mystery.
Do you
How
know
did they
what?
get over there? What?
I've been to those houses. I know where
You
they
have?
are. Yeah, I've
Oh my
seen them.
gosh.
I didn't go in
So
them, but we drove by them on Beverly Shores. Yeah.
yeah, so that's what. I've done some interviewing and articles, and on the internet you can find out a lot. But
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting to find out that they came over on boats.
I now
So
that
this is
part I
going to be
didn't
cute.
know. Yeah.
This is going to be a cute story.
Oh, so fun. Now, I'm inviting all of my authors to share a little something. Do you have something there that you want to share with us?
Well, I showed you Jeb, and I didn't know if you wanted me to tell a little story about him.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, I have a little bit of trouble showing the pictures. I do have another line of books that are called Mastering the Art of Literacy, and I have one that is called Write Like Readers and Read Like Writers, Mastering the Art of Teaching Timed Writing. And this is for teachers, if I can make it show. Anyhow, I have a
Um,
website. I'll let you know
yeah,
all
we'll
about
put the website down in the comments and people
that. Okay.
can link to it that way, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Gosh.
Well, so this book that I was going to try to read to you, part of it,
Oh, there you go. Jeb joins the
Jeb
circus.
joins the circus. Okay. So this really happened. Well, this didn't really happen, but some of it did. Um, I have him sitting on his bed with a little, he's got a little nightcap on. Yeah. And so it says, Jeb's dream to join the circus is about to happen. Jeb pouts, I can't go to the circus parade because my family's afraid I'll get trampled. And then Jeb makes his escape when the door is left ajar. A kindly elephant bends down and trumpets, would you like a lift? Jeb purrs, sure thing. And off he goes. The night sparkles with lightning bug glow when Jeb enters the scene. So there's the Lake County Fair here. And then he marches to the big top proclaiming, I'm going to be a star. So he goes inside the tent, and the ringmaster announces, here is Jeb, the daring, death-defying diver who will jump into a tiny tub of water. Well, you can bet he doesn't like it.
Mm-mm.
Jeb mutters, hiss, but I don't want to jump into a tiny tub of water. So he wanders the midway looking for adventure. And there's a fortune teller. I'll see if I can show her. I don't know. Oh, there she is. Yes. And
Yeah,
she
there she
goes,
is.
Madam Madge advises, Master Jeb, you will be happiest when you are home, sweet home. But Jeb the courageous thinks, I'm going to take this horse and buggy and go to City Circus at Navy Pier. Then things will be perfect. And I bet you can bet maybe not.
Maybe not. We'll have to read the book.
That's right. You'll have to read the book to find out what happens. And that's
Gosh.
just one of the adventures of the Tabby Tales series. And one of the things that I do, in case anybody's interested there, I belong to the Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators, and you can find out all about me. My books are also in Spanish.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
I dress up as Jean Stratton Porter when she was a flapper in the 20s, and I tell her life story. It's called a one-woman traveling show.
Oh,
And
fun.
I even have a book to go with it for adults.
Well, Meg, you're just a woman of many, many talents.
I'm very happy, and
Aw.
I've had a lot of interesting writing adventures by getting writing plays for our group and puppets. Because now I know Miss Toucan probably doesn't think of herself or himself as a puppet, but they're very important to life because they give us laughter, and laughter is the best medicine.
That's true. You know, speaking of medicine, I'm also asking all of my authors how they're doing with the current health crisis. Do you have any
Well,
advice for people?
we're all about masks and gloves and
Good.
staying in, and just trying to do that, and using a lot of Lysol and handy wipes and everything to keep it nice and clean. And
Good.
hopefully, fingers crossed, everything is going to work out and they'll find a vaccine.
We'll definitely hope for that. Gosh, Meg, it was so fun to talk to you today. I
Well,
hope you
I'm
have a
so
great
glad that
day.
I'm so glad you tuned in, and I'm going to look forward to watching this.
Yay! Sounds great. All right. Thanks, Meg. Take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.